Hello, DigiFam. It is I, Prodigious. Yes, I'm still alive. Yes, I'm still here for you. I'm kind of doing this little presentation of video to give you like an update as to why I have not been doing much video content as of late. It's sort of like a semi-vlog, you might call it. So, basically, the story began back in early beginning of September, really. Right before I started messing around with trying to build anything new from, I believe it was EX7, I decided I wanted to just try and take a little break. Because it just seemed like the whole DCGO testing plays were going up against nothing but blue stuff, mainly blue hybrid with the ancient Garurus and Impildramons. So I decided to go ahead and take a little break, especially since my birthday was coming up and I had lots of things I was going to be doing around that time, because I wanted to take a little break. And for my birthday, my wife was going to take me out to go see Beetlejuice, because I love me Beetlejuice, and it came out a day before my actual birthday, so it was perfect. And it was Transformers 1 coming out, so I wanted to mess around with that. And I even heard news that another game of mine I wanted to play on my computer had finally came out of its testing phase, so I got on there and wanted to mess around with it for a bit. And a new Gundam game on the PS4 and 5 and Switch, I believe, came out called Gundam Breaker 4, so I just decided to go ahead and take a little break from around my birthday, as it were, and come back to do content after I've had a little bit of a break and watched some movies, done some stuff that I wanted to do, and play some other games I wanted to mess with. In retrospect, if I could have at the time, I probably would have tried to record said content just to have extra stuff on my channel, but it didn't actually occur to me until after the fact. But by the time I was actually wanting to try and come back, which was sometime around mid to late September, I had an issue with my computer. It decided to act up on me, and I had to wait during my downtime, whenever I wasn't dead tired from my 40-hour-a-week job, to mess with it. So that took a little time. Comes to turn out, it was a power supply issue, so I had to wait and get it in the mail and get it installed. And then even when I did get it installed, it still wouldn't boot up right, so I had to play with it off and on until I finally got the thing fixed. But probably the biggest reason as to why you haven't heard much from me is because shortly after all that, my dog, which you probably hear in the background right now, she started getting sick, having like coughing-like symptoms. And you may have heard me mention her in my videos before. Her name is Tootsie. I may try and show a video picture or something of her towards the end. But she started getting sick on me in a weird way, and I was trying to hold out because her annual exam was coming up, where I was going to be taking her to the vet anyway. I already had the time off planned and everything. But right, like 2 days before her appointment was there, she got to the point of where she was so bad, neither of us, me or my wife, could sleep. Like, it was that bad. It kept us up almost all night. So we decided to go ahead and both take the day off, try to get the dog to the vet ASAP, and see what was going on. We take her to the vet, and our doctor for her, or the vet, said that she sees signs of a heart flutter, and they were trying to do their best to help us out, so they suggested to keep costs as low as possible, and the best alternative to try and find out what it is, this and that, blah, 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 blah. In the end, they decided to go ahead and try and do like an x-ray to see if they could see signs of anything wrong with the heart, because they were leaning towards it could be a heart issue. So they took an x-ray, and of course they saw signs of what looked like an enlarged heart. So they told us basically she's having congestive heart failure. So we were pretty upset. This was pretty bad news for us because we love that dog. She's got that dog back when my mom was still alive. It was actually a gift from my brother, who is also dead, thanks to COVID. And yeah, so pretty much the dog was the only thing I had left of my side of the family. So it was pretty upsetting. The doctor suggested the heart med and also suggested a fluid-like pill to help pull any fluid that may be there and to also try and help with the cough. And it took a little over a week, but we started to see some signs of improvement. Now, prior to all this, we started seeing signs that our dog suffers from what we thought was seizures. They would happen like every so often, not a lot, maybe once a month or so. And since we started her on this medicine, it started happening a lot more often, which turns out the fluid pill that helps with the cough is also a diuretic, which can cause that. So that explains that. Now we took her back for a update exam type of deal, and we also had the doctor keep in touch with us recently on a phone, like type of an appointment. And when we gave more details about some of her seizure episodes, it comes to find out that she actually is suffering from not just the heart thing, but the seizures are a completely different thing. We thought they were, like, let me backtrack a little bit. Apparently, what we was first told is that the seizures are actually part of the heart issue, but it turns out they're actually two different things. That's what we found out recently, because when we first talked to the vet, they made it sound like what we thought was seizures were something to do with the heart. But it turns out, after giving some more details about how she's had some different type of seizure-like episodes, or fainting spells, it turns out the fainting spells have something to do with the heart, but the seizures are a completely different story. So we went from getting told that we have one issue to now we actually have two. So we recently actually got her on some seizure medicine in combination with her regular meds. So we've just been struggling up and down to try and maintain a schedule of keeping her on her meds and keeping her, going and all that, and trying to keep her comfortable. She's not in any kind of pain. She's not suffering. At worst, when she does have the coughing episodes, it's some mild discomfort, but it's just been a real roller coaster. And between that and some changes at my own workplace, that I worked on my normal 40-hour-week job in a warehouse distribution center, it's just been all kinds of crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why you haven't seen me between me taking a break, which ended up going on much longer than I initially planned, and then the news about our dog has just been kind of upsetting and hard to find time or the energy / focus to really get back into the mood for Digimon. But I'm hoping, after I've done some messing around on DCGO as of late, I might be able to get back into it and bring back some content for you all. So for that, I do apologize. I knew originally going into this, trying to make this channel, even though I really want this channel to grow, in a super imaginative world, it'd be great if my channel grew to the size of some of the other channels like Evault and Zenitsu and all that, and who knows, maybe I could even get some extra income off of YouTube for this, but I highly doubt it. But even going into it, I knew I wouldn't actually make it that way. It would have to just be done whenever I could, and I'd just upload when I could and try and bring what I can in terms of some good content for you all. So that's what's been going on there, my DigiFam. If you can, please send me some likes and hopes and prayers my way for our upsetting news that we've been dealing with as of late. Now, I know the holidays are coming up soon, which means there's a good chance I might not be able to be as consistent during all that either. But like I said, I am going to try. And probably good chance optimistically, after everything has calmed down, and holidays and work, and if we can get our dog into a nice stable situation, even if it's not a permanent one, I should be able to come back with some new content and much more better uploads on a regular schedule again. That's why I've been kind of dry out here in terms of stuff between getting to where it seemed like there was nothing but blue stuff out there. I took a break. My birthday was around the corner, so I was like, let's just make it a nice break and enjoy some movies and some other games. Play me some Gundam Breaker 4. And just, you know, mess around with other things. Got to watching a couple of animes. But yeah, that's essentially what's been going on. It's just been one thing after another after what was supposed to be my short break. But on to other news. Now, some of you out there may like or dislike this kind of topic, but yes, we all know that Bandai loves to cannibalize its own fan base in terms of having more than one card game. They have like Battle Spirits, I believe, and One Piece, and they have Dragon Ball. Probably something else that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But recent news is that coming in 2025, there's going to be a Gundam Tcg. I have already seen the video of the gameplay and the mechanics on how it will essentially work. I suggest you look it up. And I'm intrigued. Now, I'm not one that's crazy about the Universal Century when it comes to Gundam. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that. But anything else, like the Gundam Build Fighters, G Gundam, 00, Iron-Blooded Orphans, you know, just basically anything but Universal Century, I enjoy watching and I like the concepts of. So depending on how the card game does, if they can actually release some other things besides just Universal Century, I'm definitely going to be looking into it and trying it out. But it does not mean I'm giving up on Digimon. I still love Digimon. I love the IP, I love the game, I love the brand. I would love to actually play it more often in real life out here where I'm at locally, but unfortunately, it's just one of those things of where it doesn't line up well in terms of when people meet up to play it out here versus when I would be better able to actually go out and meet them to play. I would prefer to try and do it like on a Friday night or a Friday evening after I get off work and had a chance to shower and recover. Or heck, even on a Saturday. That'd be my best day to meet anybody for playing. But people out here that even do Digimon locally for me insist on doing it on Sundays. And I just prefer to stay home and catch up on some chores that need to be done at home on Sundays / get ready for the work week and just not do anything too crazy, you know. That's just me. I mean, that's probably my own fault for that, I will admit, but that's just how I am. Otherwise, the only other time a lot of them get together to play is during the work week. And working in a 40-hour-a-week warehouse job like I do, dealing with the type of people that I have to deal with, by the time I get off work, my feet are killing me, and I do not want to think. So, yeah, I tried it once to try and go someplace after work to meet up with people to play, but it was during the summer and the heat, and I was sweaty, I was hot, I was tired, I was grumpy. It just did not go well. So, with that being said, I really wish there was more that I could do with the actual physical card game in real life with people, but c'est la vie. That does not mean I'm giving up on it. I still love the game. I still purchase it. I mean, you did see my big purchase that I did in a video of a case. Now, when funds are more free and there's a bunch of stuff in a set that I do want to buy, I will go back to buying it like I used to. But right now, the last couple of sets, I've mainly just been buying singles. I'm not out there to get every single thing of Digimon. I do have to be kind of realistic with my budget and what I find to be worth spending it on. With that being said, I got lots of stuff for the new Lilithmon deck. I got the new Three Musketeer stuff, which looks fun, but let's face it, it's not quite as strong as the old stuff, but eh. And, of course, I'm really liking trying to test out and maximize the power on a Hexablow deck. I know there's the new Digimon Liberator stuff, which I initially was interested in, but I just, again, with everything going on, I haven't had a chance to sit down and really plan anything out or test it, which I may be doing that here hopefully soon, but again, we'll see. But again, I apologize to you, my DigiFam, for the lack of content. I'm not trying to make up excuses, I'm just telling you what's been going on in terms of why I haven't been making anything. But anyway, with all that said, that's the short of it in terms of a little vlog, like update of what's been going on with me and why there's been a lack of uploads. I'm going to show a couple images of what my dog looks like on here towards the end. Please send your hopes and prayers my way. If you still manage to enjoy this, even this little tiny bit of a update and me talking about a couple things, or more especially like the idea of my channel growing, please by all means give me a like, give me a subscribe, stay tuned in. If I can get enough people following my channel, I may see about trying to set up maybe a possible Discord channel in the future, so that way people can find each other and arrange to have games, especially through the likes of something like DCGO. But anyway, this has been Prodigious.